going to do a little bit of a walk around video on the Atomix 820 center console with the Volvo 5 litre V8 GLX. It is GXI actually. Yeah, so I'll start with the trailer, mate, just so you know what's going on here. So this is a braking system. The whole thing is done by Trojan, which is a local company. You've got the 3.5 ton hitch here. No safety chains. It has a breakaway electric brake on it, which is this little thing here. You run a cable runs connected from your truck to this, and when if you ever become separated, you've got the trailer goes one way with the brakes all locked up. So it's got 4-wheel stainless steel discs. There's a new battery in here which runs the breakaway system. It charges, you can see it's charged and it's charging because it's plugged into the truck. You got a winch here with 2 gears. You just take the handle off and put it on that side, and it's a slower wind. That down there is a winch that is a manual handbrake. So if you were parked on a hill disconnecting it or something, you'd winch that up and it pulls the rear caliper out, I think, or it might be the front calipers. So it's got Duratorque suspension on it rather than springs. This stuff's all about, I did it about 5 years ago, so we've got all new brakes, 4-wheel stainless. She's fully roller. The rollers are all adjustable, all to keep it off the, obviously the legs down at the moment. You got trim tabs. That little thing there is your sensor stuff for the motor. This side is your sounder. That is a structure scan unit that's also attached to the sounder. Obviously got lights, trim tabs. Okay, so we'll roll on up here. That ladder obviously stows away, and you've got, where do we start? Storage, I guess. Those rod holders things come out. They're on a talon system. You can put cup holders and things like that in there. You've got a little storage hatch at the front. Rod holders, anchor winch. In there is your anchor locker. You've got this is an iced insulated bin. So it's got the ability to store all your ice and fish in there. So I use it as both, either storage, just on a day trip, or if you got a big fishing mission on, you got a bit of ice hold there. These bottoms come out of these pockets. You can sort of get your hand in and pull the bottom things up, which gives you the ability to get into like there's wiring looms and stuff that runs down this side. You got your wash down pump. The cleats pop up and down. They get a bit stuck if you don't use them for a while. This is the talon types things. You can put cup holders in them. So there's a few of those around the boat. There's a bit of storage in here. This is your fuel tanks under floor there. Hatches there. This is manual hand winch, goes on the top of the anchor winch. There's a way of sort of being able to bring it up, or what happens, like the top of the anchor winch it screws up, and you tighten it down with that. It can become loose over time, and you need to clamp the anchor winch and actually tighten that thing up, which makes it grip again, so you're all go. That's a fresh water. It's not hot, it's just cold. It's just a little freshwater water. You've got a freshwater water tank. Why is that stuck? You've got a 50 litre freshwater water tank. That's this side, so your water filler is there. The other side is your gas filler. That's a 200 litre fuel tank. Don't mix them up, eh? So you've got a 50 litre freshwater tank. You've got a 50 litre grey water tank, so you've got your toilet in here. Up there is your toilet switch, which just runs the water through it. Obviously you have to be out on the water to be able to deal with that. The surge pump, which empties the the holding tank is in that hatch. On this side is the freshwater pump for the little freshwater shower thing. Behind that mirror is all your electronic stuff, all your wiring and all that sort of stuff. There's a fire extinguisher there. There's another fire extinguisher there. Right. You've got on the helm. All right, we'll go through the electric stuff. So you've got a compass. You've got the Lawrence 12-inch sounder. There is also a structure scan module that is attached to that sounder. It is inside behind the mirror in the electrical, with all the electrical stuff that's mounted in there. You turn that on separately to the GPS. So through the electric the switches here, the radio, which is the VHF and the Fusion stereo. Now the Fusion stereo is a bit of an old school sucker, but I will leave this old iPod here. It's got probably 4,000 songs on it. Slots in there. It's the old connection, so you're not going to be able to put a new thing in there. And that just will play. You just use the thing. You'll figure that out. It's a stereo. It's got the radio as well. The electronics button. So the radio is the VHF and that. The electronics button is just that structure scan module that I was talking about. You have to have that turned on if you want to use the structure scan through the sounder. And going along here, you've got the blower, which is no longer in use. That does not have the blower on it anymore. In the engine compartment, you will find wires that used to be the blower, and I've labelled them blower just in case you want to put another pump or put something else in there. You've got another set of wires that run down there. Spotlights is the light at the front. You've got two little spots, which are quite handy early mornings, late, whatever like that. And then you've got nav lights either side, and your light on the aft. Saltwater pump is that emptying the toilet pump. You can't run that dry, you'll kill the pump. So you need to make sure your holding tank's got water in it. You'll hear it, it sounds different. It's going chewing the shit. And then it'll start running faster. You just got to be aware of what you're doing with it. If you leave it on, you'll burn the pump out. Horn, it doesn't work. It's up in the anchor locker. So the wires are all the way up there. Once again, I've gone through a couple of horns. They just don't work. You buy them from Briscoe, from Burnsco, or from like Repco or somewhere. They'll last 3 months. I mean, the salt water fucks them, and I've given up basically replacing them. It's just a simple little. But there's wires up there if you wanted to put a spotlight on. You can put another horn on, maybe you'll end up replacing it every fucking 6 months. Freshwater pump is the little shower thing. Trim tabs, so the trim tabs work either side, so that's a trim tab for that one at the back, that's the one for that one. So if you're going down on that side, it's going to push the front of the boat down because the tab's going down on the back, and vice versa. You'll work it out. GPS just activates the GPS. Cabin light is a toilet light inside. Floodlights, you've got green lights out off the back. A DC outlet, there is a little power outlet that I've popped right down on the bottom there because I had a little fridge in there. Bait tank, so this on the top of the engine bay here is an ice box. It's also a bait tank, so you take that bung out there, hit your switch, and you've got water flowing in. You can stick that in there, and you've got full water flowing out. The run out comes out there. If you just want to use it as an ice bin, you bung your bung in, and it's all insulated, so it can be an ice bin or a light bait tank. You've got next thing on there is a deck wash, which is there, and then you've got your bilge pump, which is down in the engine bay in the bilge. I'll lift up this engine cover if I can with one hand. That might be a bit tricky. So in here you've got house battery over there, which is going to need replacing. Secondary fuel filter, which has got a sight glass on the bottom of it. There's another fuel filter just on the engine. This is where you plug in your hose. That needs to come out when you're not running, when you're at sea, and that that's got to go in. That's just for running it fresh water. You've got your house battery over here. This is a what's called a VSR, which is voltage sensitive relay module, and basically you've got your house battery, you've got your start battery, you've got a parallel switch so you can switch them so they're all both running. This thing takes your current from your alternator and it sends it to your start battery first, so your start battery is always charged first. Once your start battery is charged, it then switches onto your house battery, so you've always got all the charge going to your house battery before to your start battery before it will charge your house. Yeah, right. That's the washdown pump there. The low bait pumps there. There's a gate valve on it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else really I can think of. The boat's got a fresh rego, fresh warrant. There's registration doesn't expire till December this year, and the warrant is January 2020. I'll post this up or send it to you. Sweet, cheers.